Love playing Standard on Magic Online? Check out Academy's Standard Bot in the Magic Online Classifieds for Standard singles.
Alright, this is the start of our first match, and we're on the draw, and our opponent has mulligan to 6, and this hand, it's a little risky. We all made the plays before turn 4, but we do have Mutavaults to block, or attack, or whatever, and they have Temple of Enlightenment to dig one deeper. So I'm not going to mulligan this. I can see people justifying mulligan this, but I think it's okay. Let's see what our opponent does. He does keep his 6. Let's see. Since we're on the draw, we can just play this Temple turn 1. You generally don't want to play Temples unless we know what your opponent's on. Because, like, I made the mistake of doing that earlier this week. I scryed a last press to the top without knowing what my opponent was on. Just like, oh, that could be good, and it was just totally dead. Alright, blue, white looks like it could be the mirror. Okay. We already have 5 lands. So I think what we're going to put on the bottom is try to dig for more action. See what our opponent does. We also got to check what he did with his scry. Put his on the bottom too. So he might be digging for land, he might be looking for spells, so it doesn't tell us too much at this point in the game. So he has a Hallowed Fountain. And we have another Temple, so we're going to play that. I was going to play Azorius Guildgate, but we're going to play the Temple instead. Okay, that's definitely one we want to have. Dissolve's always good in the control matchup. So this is one of the matchups where you do want to bring in like Bramaz and Archangel, I think, just because they usually sideboard out removal. Ooh. Alright, so it's not the control deck. It's actually the blue-white devotion deck. It has like the new god, forgive me, I don't exactly know the name of it. We're just going to play Mutavault here. We can still Supreme Verdict next turn if we need to. It's like a Farah or something. And they play Detention Sphere's main deck. So we're going to take our 2. So, because they're blue-white, that means they can cast like every spell now. We're actually going to counter our Divination. That's like, yeah. I don't want him like getting out of this. I'll put down the bottom. That could be wrong. He has another Temple. I think I'm okay with just getting rid of this guy. So don't want him drawing more cards. Since he's blue-white, he gets to play every spell he hits off the top of our deck. So we're up on cards, you have Revelation now. So I think we're in good shape. Another Nightveil, okay. We can Divination, Trivine, a Last Breath, or we can play Jace. If we plus it, we run the risk of it getting Detention Sphered. If we minus it, we can just die. So I think I'm going to just Divination here. Hopefully we can draw a Last Breath. And just drew more Jaces, okay. We'll say go. Oh, we have all our Jaces. Ugh, that's kind of awkward. So we hit an Elspeth. Okay. Well, we definitely need to kill this before he gets a 6 mana. Master Waves, okay. So another Verdict would be good here. So now I'm going to play Jace and minus it. We can draw something. Did you get the Last Breath? So I don't know why I'm going to Last Breath here. I'm definitely taking it. I'll play our Mutavault. We'll say go. So either he gets an Elspeth or he like gets like infinite damage. We'll see where he attacks. Okay, so he's gonna play the Elspeth. So that means I'm just gonna get this Master Waves. Well, it also depends on where he's attacking and everything. Okay, he gets his tokens. So we need to draw Detention Sphere pretty quickly. So it's all going at Jace, looks like. Except for that one. Alright, so we still lost our Jace. That was pretty unfortunate. So this card's really good against us when coming out of this version. Because normally against Mono Blue, like you don't care if they get an Elspeth, like it's not going to do anything. So let's see what our opponents decide. Guys, let's get to our draw step and see what we draw. Alright, so we drew another Revelation. I'm actually just going to Revelation for a bunch this turn. And so we're going to draw 4 cards. He's only drawn another card, he's going to get some more soldiers, but hopefully like perfect Rev will be into Detention Sphere and Supreme Verdict. And eventually these Jaces, like I can just drop a Jace and like keep his soldiers off me. We're just going to Revelation this turn. We have to find an answer for this fairly quickly, because it's going to be hard for us to beat an emblem. So we're going to take 5. Let's see. He might leave this back so I can double block each of my Mutavaults. Nope. Alright, we'll take it. We're actually going to need a Revelation with the trigger on the stack in case, so we can't hit a counter spell. I don't think they play any main deck, but we'll see. Alright, so we did hit Detention Sphere and Supreme Verdict. And he would have hit a Supreme Verdict. Good. We have the syncopate now for whatever he plays next. He got Detention Sphere too. Alright, so we hit pretty perfectly. We drew a land. So we're going to Supreme Verdict. We got to use tap correctly because of our colored mana is a little limited this match because we drew 3 Mutavaults. We're going to hit Supreme Verdict. And we'll play Detention Sphere. Then we have a backup Verdict. And there's we did lose Detention Sphere, so if he has like a god, it's gonna be a little bit harder to deal with that. But we can deal with everything else. So nope, just a naked Tidebinder Mage. Okay. Another Tidebinder Mage. So I don't care about these too much. I might just play Jace and plus it. I could just Revelation. I have a lot of options this turn. I think he has a Detention Sphere in his hand. Either that or like a Rapid Hybridization. He could have a Cyclonic Rift. But we drew Elspeth, so we're just going to play that. I'm okay if like that gets Detention Sphered. So we'll just put some dudes into play. Say go. So I think we're in good shape now. We stabilized pretty well. We've gone through 2 Nightveil Specters and 2 Master Waves, and we still have Revelation. Okay, you just concede. Alright. So we are in great shape. We'll probably just Revelation next turn, make some more guys. So go into Sideboarding. So in this matchup, they're going to have a Detention Sphere. I don't think Burmaz is that good against the mono blue devotion decks. It's okay, but we definitely want Archangel. This card's very good, even with when they have better answers for us. And we're actually going to take out all of our more expensive finishers. And we can take out like a Divination. I think we want Glare. I don't know. We definitely want Revoke because he gets their gods. Oh yeah, we take out our Dissolves in this match. We take out Dissolve because we're putting in Gainsay. We want the Revoke. Put in the Glare, I think. Let's see. We also take out Jace. Like, it's kind of slow. And plus they have the Detention Spheres, so yeah, I'll try out a Jace for a Glare. Well, they only have like 8 white permanents. I think that's still fine. We'll see if that comes back to bite us, or if that was actually right. So we're going to be on the draw again. Sounds fine. We have a counterspell on 2 mana. We have a couple of Jaces again. No, we're not going to mulligan. And we have 4 lands, so I can't complain. So our opponent just has a Guild Gate, so we'll start with our Temple. That's a good one. We'll keep Detention Sphere. He might have Glare Heresy. Ooh, Galva's Shrine. So it's like the Esper deck. The Esper Devotion. You don't see that often. We played a Planesseer so we can keep up Gainsay. Maybe just playing this because it wants a white source, but it doesn't want to not be able to cast Nightveil Spectre, which isn't unreasonable. So this turn we're just going to play our Temple of Silence and keep the Revelation and say go. So if he plays a spell here, we can just counter it, then untap and Jace. But I don't think he will. Yeah, he's going to attack us for 2, and we'll take it. Kind of risky, because I'm representing like Last Breath, so... and this means he actually can't counter Jace. So I'm actually okay with playing a Jace here and plusing it. If he Detention Spheres it, that's his whole turn. But if he doesn't, then I get to draw some cards. He plays like a Nightveil Spectre or a Thassa or Fire. I can just Detention Sphere it. So I'm not too worried. So yeah, okay, his Detention Sphere. So we'll untap. Let's play our... we can play our Guildgate, or we can play Divination and try to draw an untapped land. He missed his land drop there. I don't think we need to play Divination just yet. We can just Divination next turn and still have Gainsay up. So I think we're in fine shape. I might have also wanted to bring the Negate, because after Sideboard they're going to have more counter spells. I know they have Revelation. So yeah, we're just going to counter his Afara. We're untap. Play our Temple and see what's going on. Okay, we want that. We'll just Divination. And say go. So we're in good shape. Hopefully this double Revelation will get us where we need to be. Not too worried about what he can have, like these double Detention Spheres. He might have Glare of Heresy. It's not unreasonable. But if he does, it's only like 1 or 2. It probably won't bring that many. And this just pads your life total a little bit, so we're not in any danger of dying. He hasn't had any pressure yet. He's missed land drops. So that means he has at least 5 spells in his hand. He might be choked up on gods, like counter spells, things that he can't cast 2 in a turn. Okay, drew a land. So I don't want to sideboard out Jaces. They don't seem that good in this matchup. Because like they're a creature deck and they have Detention Sphere, so it's hard to get value out of it. Okay, you can have Thassa. I don't care too much about that. At least right now. He's going to give an incremental like advantage over the game, but his devotion's only 2. He's deciding whether or not it looks like he's going to tap out for something else. He probably just has like Gainsay or Negate in his hand. If I draw a land, I'm going to lead with Jace, and if he counters it, that's fine. I'll just play Detention Sphere on Thassa. So he's thinking. Alright, so he's playing whatever his... okay, he decided to play his Tidebinder Mage. We could also just play Jace, minus it, just to draw a card, so I'm not going to get too much value out of it. Then just play Detention Sphere on his Thassa. Let's see where I draw. Our opponent's playing a little slowly. So we drew a Jace. Yeah, I'm okay with playing Jace here and minusing it. There's a chance we miss, but there's a pretty good chance we don't. Okay, there we go. So we're going to get 2 lands no matter what. It's pretty good. Don't like missing land draw, especially when we have double Revelation in our hand. So we'll take the 2 pile. He's split collectively, like, I'd rather have the 2 untapped lands than a tap land and untapped land. So now we'll play Detention Sphere. Our Jace is going to die, but it's hard to prevent that from happening. Yes, we want to use that ability, and we'll say go. So next turn we can Revelation for 4. We can just pass. We can play other Jace, so we have a lot of options. He's down to 4 cards in hand, going to 5. So because he played Tidebinder Mage, I don't know if he has a counter spell. He was definitely thinking about it, so that probably leads me to believe that he had. But I think if I were his case or other just like counterspell whatever I play, like tapping out when I can have a 7 mana, like I could have an Elspeth or an 8th lane or just Revelation for 4, and all these things are really bad for you. So he hasn't played lands yet. He could have drawn a land this turn. We knew he had 4 spells because he missed a land drop. Okay, he's on Jace. He either gets his temple or the 2 lands. Took the 2 lands, okay. Kind of unfortunate we haven't drawn one of our Mutavaults yet. We also just Detention Sphere this. We also not worry about it, we can just Revelation this turn. Let's see what we draw. Glare of Heresy. I like actually just glaring here. Seeing what we draw. We'll minus it. Just draw some more cards. So he's probably going to separate Revelation. Yeah, so we're just going to take this pile because we already have 2 Revelations. Player land. We're going to just play Elixir because we have it. We'll say go. So as his Jace, he might plus it. If he pluses it, we're going to do Detention Sphere next turn. No, we just want to cash it in. I don't care about. I kind of like don't want him to have this the most, but if I like put that with the Judge's Splinter, he might like think that the Jace is the best card in this pile. So he might just take the Jace over it. Like Jace isn't good. Like I'm actually just going to counter Jace if he plays it. He might counter back, but that's fine. Then I'm pretty sure I'm free to resolve a Revelation. So he's thinking about it. Like the Mutavault is pretty good for him. I don't have an answer for it yet. I don't have any Last Breaths. I don't have my own Mutavaults. So they're definitely going to do some work on me. So we did take the Jace, okay. So he basically has to tap out. So he plays Jace, I counter, he probably counters back. We'll see. We'll see what he does. He might have also not drawn a land again. Okay. Let's see. So both at Jace, that's fine. See, I'm just going to counter his Jace, and we'll see what we do on our turn. I could Elixir here just because these are all good cards. I like to draw them again, and I'm using a lot of mana for the next couple turns. Won't be able to get this 5 life if that becomes necessary. Yeah, I'll go ahead and just do this now. So drew a land. I'm just going to Revelation for a bunch. 1, 2, 3. Actually, I'm just going to... So we don't have any counter spells, so we don't have anything reactive. We can play Jace. He might have another Detention Sphere. I don't think he does. Actually, just going to play Jason plus it this time. Because I don't want... Like, I can draw... Let's see, I'll draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Puts me at 9 cards on the discard 2, so it won't be that, like... Not as good as it could be. Yeah, lately Moto's been, like, putting my planeswalkers and permanents within my land. It's kind of weird, and I have to reopen the chat to fix that. So we're not planning on a counterspell this way. But I think we're okay. I think we can, with double Revelation, it should be in fine shape. We'll also shuffle the one that went on bottom back into our deck. So there's another reason to use Elixir. So he doesn't really have much pressure. So I'm assuming he has lots of permission spells in his hand. Let's see what he does this turn. Kind of want some Mutavaults to help block, especially with his, or like Last Breath would be fine here. You can also just take this opportunity. You can try to resolve like a Revelation. He also looks like he might be detention sphering my Jace. Well, we'll come to it. We'll see what happens. Overall, I do like this matchup. I haven't played against the white-blue version, but I do like the mono-blue version a lot. Especially with Archangel, just it's really hard for them to deal with it. Like usually, like they leave in rapid hybridizations to kill it. You could have those in his hands too if he thinks I'm on Archangel. But he leads off with his own Jace. See what he does. Can't imagine him doing anything but minusing it. So he's attacking. He tapped his Mutavaults. He's attacking probably Jace. Yeah, okay. So we're definitely staying alive. So the longer the game goes, it's better for us. So he minuses Jace. Ooh. So there's in Ifara, there's also a Glare of Heresy. As of right now, he can't cast the Ifara, but he can cast the Glare of Heresy. I think I want to separate the Ifara though. That's just really good. Like it turns all his creatures into cantrips, so he gets his Thassa back. But I can just redetention sphere it. So he did have Glare of Heresy, like I thought he might. So we'll go like that. We'll see what he does. He just plays Frostburn, also Supreme Verdict. So let's see. So we took the Glare of Heresy, okay. Judge is familiar, okay. And he didn't even cast it, okay. So he's keeping up mana. I'm going to -2 first. Hopefully we can draw like a Mutavault or something. I think I'm going to Supreme Verdict here. You just want to keep their devotion off. And also if he splits it, like if I flip over his Supreme Verdict, he might separate that from my 2 other spells, and I can take the 2 other spells and then still cast his Verdict from my hand. Okay, well that's pretty good. All right, that's pretty good. Actually take these Last Breaths. Gainsay is good and all, but I'm just gonna Supreme Verdict, Last Breath his Mutavault, and I should be in fine shape. Eventually resolve Revelation. So there's a Glare of Heresy we know about, and the Frostburn Weird. I'm gonna save this Attention Sphere for when he assumingly kills my Detention Sphere, I can take his Thassa back. He's playing pretty slow. It's always unfortunate, but we're doing great. We're in fine shape. I'm kind of being like, there's been opportunities where I could have played these Revelations, but I would have had to discard. I could also just play an untap Hallowed Fountain and just rev for 3 if I give the opportunity, but I'm not gonna do that. We haven't drawn Mutavault yet, which is pretty awkward. Like Mutavaults are very good at pressuring Planeswalkers. So he's got 7 cards in hand. He's gonna draw some more cards. All right, so he gets the Gainsay of the 2 lands. Took the Gainsay. So now we know about a counter he has. It's going to be a little bit hard to resolve these Revelations. We can eventually draw another Gainsay, or we haven't drawn Dissolve yet. But I think even with this matchup, the longer the game goes, the better shape we're in. Okay, so he has an island, so he probably do that for turn. They do have Revelation, so it does swing in their favor, but they don't have like supreme. Like, there's no way for them to overpower us. Okay, get your, as in like, he can Revelation dump creatures, then we just verdict. Like if we Revelation and resolve, there's no way for him to like overcome that card advantage that easily. So he's getting his Thassa back. Retention Spheres in exiled zone now. Okay. So might be playing some creatures to try to turn it on. He's animating Mutavault. Just gonna last breath it. He might counter it, but then we're just gonna last breath it again. Timebinder Mage. I'm just gonna get rid of that now. So on our turn, we're probably gonna play Detention Sphere, and he's gonna gainsay it. Then we can just Revelation. Okay, we drew a Mutavault finally. So I know he has a Frostburn weird, so he's gonna end a gainsay. So he's gonna counter our Detention Sphere, and then we're Revelation. But what I do with Jace, like he can, if he has two creatures that have double blue in their casting cost, he can turn this on, just kill Jace even if I plus it. So I think it's worth minusing it before I do anything. So we get another Detention Sphere. We're going to take that, get rid of these. Play our Mutavault, play Detention Sphere. It might get countered, it might not actually now because we have two of them. Okay. It's kind of unfortunate. I really want him to counter that. Because then we could be free to Sphinx's Revelation without him countering it. We can also just wait, like, we're pretty due for Dissolve, I think. Nightvale Spectre, okay. Alright, so he's playing two things. Another Tidebinder Mage. I'm surprised they all stayed in. Like, I guess you have to keep some of your bad cards in. So we're going to play Detention Sphere. And he's probably going to counter it. If he doesn't, then that's fine too. He still has a Frostburn word. Nope, still didn't counter it. Okay. So we're going to play Divination. We drew a Gainsay and a Syncopate. So now we can add a Revelation with Gainsay up. And we're probably going to Syncopate whatever we can coming up here pretty quickly, just because it's pretty bad this late in the game. Bidence. Okay. So 1, 2. So we're going to gain. Let's see. We can't actually Syncopate that, so we're just going to Gainsay it. He might Gainsay back, then we'll Syncopate back. Ooh. We can't actually Syncopate back. We don't have quite enough mana, but we can still block this Tidebinder Mage this turn. Let it get countered. Frostburn weird. Okay. I'm pretty sure I took the Gainsayer. I could be wrong. Maybe he's just saving it for Revelation? That's interesting. I don't know. Biden seems pretty good in this matchup. So we're just going to take 2. We're going to main phase Revelation, keep open Syncopate. He might still have Revelation in his hand, so if he has Revelation, he draws 5 cards, but we're drawing like 1,000,000 cards. So yeah. I think I have to Revelation though, so I think I'm okay with him resolving his own Revelation. Like I said, it's easy for us to overpower him with our Revelations instead of his, because then he's probably going to do it main phase. Then we can untap, we can Revelation again, we're going to have a full grip. So I think we're in good shape. So it's just Revelation for, oh, we drew a land too. Do I want to play that first? Yeah, I think I do. Let's draw more cards this way. So we'll draw for 7. So we can syncopate for 1. Yep. So we'll counter his gainsay. Go up to 24. We'll have to discard 1 card, which is fine. Then he can Revelation. Okay, we didn't have a Revelation. We would have drawn 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So yeah, I think this would have been pretty good. We had Archangel, more lands, and a Jace, then another Revelation, obviously. So yeah, we won our first match. Off to a great start, and hopefully we can do this well in round 2.